up, y'alls? ZF Snake here. What in the hell am I doing covering a superhero movie when I explicitly stated 6 months ago that there would be no further coverage of bone-ahead superhero movies on this channel? Well, one, the subject of this video is not, in any sense of the appellation, a superhero movie, and two, even if perhaps from a profiling and classification standpoint it is in fact a superhero movie, well then today's a rare exception. An exception in which not only does the Venom of Society want to play, but as you can see, I want to cosplay. Now, many of y'alls in the cosplay community might take a look at my ensemble and say that I've taken quite the minimalistic approach. But that would be where y'alls and me have a difference of opinion about this cosplay business. You see, I feel that the most vital aspect of cosplay isn't how well one manages to resemble their favorite character in the 2 days out of the year that a convention is hosted, or the once every great while that a big movie premieres. I believe that where a cosplayer truly shines is in the similarities that exist between that person and that character day in and day out. All you big-time cosplayers out there, you may be passionate about what you do. You may have the skill and the dedication to bring the essence of that character to life on the outset. And it may win you the top spot in that costume contest. It may get you all of that love and self-gratification that all the time, money, and effort was for. But when you take that costume off, all that confidence, all of that courage, and every little thing that you could ever have in common with that character comes right off with it. Me, on the other hand, I'm taken by lunacy whether I have this crap on or not! And it's with that I feel the most qualified out of anyone to review the latest film to involve, and the first to star front and center, the Joker. That's right, after the many years and the many timeless portrayals, the time has finally come for the clown prince of crime to be presented for who he is on his own merits, unburdened by the presence of some bonehead in a bat suit. This film has been shrouded in controversy all week. People around the world have been terrified at all the chaos that this movie could incite. And the U.S. Army, well, they're telling all their members to watch their ass. Why? Because according to them, at every single one of these showings that take place, there is potential for a rampage to unfold at the hands of an incel. What the hell's an incel? Well, basically what an incel is a member of society who seeks out to find love, but for reasons they can't understand, just can't seem to find it. let's go see about that! Knock, knock, bonehead! Who's there? It's the police! Your bastard kid just got hit by a drunk driver and he's fucking dead! What's up? That wasn't funny? Alright, how about this one? What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? Give up? You get what you fucking deserve. Have you ever seen something that speaks to you straight to your fucking soul and just leaves you feeling empowered? Well, that's what I just had happen. Not only do I feel empowered, I feel like the people like us have been represented in our truest and most proper form. So yeah, there's a reason why I chose to move this channel away from doing these reaction reviews. And it's because I feel like you can only do them so well, you know? But since I obviously have to give you something after seeing what I just saw, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give y'alls the bullets. Pun intended, but at the same time, totally not. The first thing that makes this movie an absolute work of art is the executive decision on the part of director Todd Phillips to not connect this movie in any way, shape, or form with the absolute clusterfuck that is the MCU. Or was that the DCEU? Who the hell even cares at this point? They both ended. Oh, the MCU is still going and the fucking bonehead bug boy's back in it. Whatever. And the way that he's distanced this film from the DCEU is by setting it in pre-Batman era Gotham City. Obviously, what that means is that young Brucey is still a little rich brat, and Thomas and Martha are still alive and kicking. As a matter of fact, Thomas is actually running for mayor in this film. Surely anybody who has anything between these two appendages can guess what happens to the two of them at the end of the Joker film. But let's just say that they died the death that they rightfully deserved. Also, I could be mistaken, do not quote me on this, but I am fairly certain that this film introduces an all-original origin story to the Clown Prince of Crime as Arthur Fleck. Now, something that might turn all you level-headed folks out there is the psychological aspect of this film. And generally, I find that trope to be annoying as hell, but as of tonight, it has grown on me like bacteria on a Magic the Gathering player. So unlike the other portrayals that we have gotten from the likes of Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger and others, this Joker is, well, he's quite the special ed type. And along with that, he also lives together with a mother who, as we find out, is quite the special ed type herself. And the fact that we see this particular portrayal of the Joker having to function in a city that is, for all intents and purposes, a complete ghetto, well, let me just say that that may or may not be why I feel so represented. Feel free to draw whatever conclusion to that statement you wish. And if I were to rate the Joaquin Phoenix Joker in the grand scheme of them all, bearing in mind that they all bring their own unique dish to the table, and of course pretending for just a moment that Mark Hamill doesn't exist, the spot in which I would have to rate Joaquin Phoenix among all of the Jokers would have to be number 1 with a bullet! Oh yeah, y'all's heard me loud and clear. Heath Ledger, you had a good run at my number 1 spot, and Why So Serious will always be in my vocabulary, but the torch has been passed. Y'alls who've been following the channel clearly know that my attention as of late has been exclusive to the horror genre. But one last thing that I must say here in this reaction review is that I found the kills in this movie to be immensely satisfying, more so than most of the horror films that I have recently watched. All around, this movie deserves everything that's come its way, be it the controversy or the praise, because it is just that damn good. Like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe, it's all the same to me. This is Venom of Society. Rock out!
I go loony as a light bulb battered bug, simply loony. Sometimes fold and chew the rug. Mr. Life is swell in a padded cell. It'll chase those years away. You can trade your gloom for a rubber room and injections twice a day.